Chris is a genius, a mad scientist in the kitchen, and one of America's foremost authorities on snout-to-tail dining. Heads, brains, blood, guts, it's all edible bliss to Chris. Tonight, we're putting together his novel take on congee. But this is not your grandmother's rice porridge. Chris starts with a bucket of pig's blood.
So this whole thing goes in here, right?
All of it. All the blood goes in there, Andrew.
Yep.
We're turning blood into mousse. But first, we have to pasteurize it.
That's the sanitary process that we're doing. We're now holding that blood for a long period of time, 15 minutes at 142 degrees. That's going to continue to be cooking, basically killing pathogens.
Sure.
Too hot, it becomes stringy and inedible. Too cold, you don't kill all the bacteria in the blood. It took Chris a year to perfect the process.
So you get literally hot red blood mousse.
With a dish like this, you need a lot of hands juggling at once.
While you're doing that, Andrew, I've got our trotter stock.
Yep.
You can smell really rich.
Oh.
It's a broth made by steeping the pig's feet, and it has to be strained and thickened and later added to the blood.
What I have here is agar-agar. Now, agar-agar is just a seaweed powder.
And it has gelatin-like properties.
It turns it into a rock. It's perfect. So we're going to put this egg in here to start heating up for our final dish.
Okay.
Mix focaccia breadcrumbs with trotter stock for the base, chop scallions for the garnish, then the part Chris has the most fun with.
A little bit more. One more shot. Perfect. Okay, great.
Charging the blood.
And then just shake it.
Pressurizing it with nitrous oxide. Think whipped cream in a can. And voila! From a vat of pathogenic pig blood comes this, blood mousse soft serve. Chris tops his with a traditional Japanese garnish.
Circulated egg, scallions, togarashi, somenji spice, and then we finish with salt-cured smoked pork liver.
That is fantastic. You really taste every single ingredient in here. It's livery, irony, heaven. It tastes like you cut your finger, you put it in your mouth. You can't get away from that. It's moussey blood sausage.
That was the goal. I'm glad you like it.
The more chefs like Chris push the envelope, the more restaurant patrons start accepting it.
When I first started here and I was cooking these cuts, I mean, I was bombasted for it. And tides have turned. Things have changed.
San Franciscans are a different type of eater.
They're willing to indulge chefs on the edge, doing things that in other cities people wouldn't be willing to do.
Chris has a hand in lots of culinary experiments, like his favorite ice cream parlor, Humphrey Slocum. It's practically a local cult. It's a tiny store that makes sublime flavors like bourbon and cornflakes, roasted white chocolate lavender, and cantaloupe cayenne.
It's an explosion of cantaloupe.
It's so cantaloupe-y.
Chris knows this place so well, he orders something not on the menu at all from the owner's private stash, foie gras ice cream sandwiches. Yep, liver ice cream.
Good.
It's meat butter.
There's another flavor here that I've been dying to try, prosciutto. And to really appreciate it, you've got to see it made from scratch by the genius behind it all.
This is Jake, the mastermind.
Originally a pastry chef, Jake Godby moved to San Francisco because it was the city most accepting of culinary experimentation. And he boldly invents techniques and most of the flavors.
We don't even have a ratio or a recipe, we're just doing it until it tastes right. Because they're going to be different every time.
Prosciutto ice cream starts with steeping salted, cured, air-dried ham bones. That's right, ham bones in the cream base.
Yeah, the secret's in the steeping. I love that it steeps up to a week. I didn't know that that was even really possible.
Chris supplies the bones from Boccoloni, his Italian meat shop.
Look at the fat.
No, it's spectacular.
Then Jake strains it to remove the chunks.
That tastes like prosciutto candy.
I mean, there's really only 4 or 5 ingredients in this.
And then this goes, you just pour it into your machine.
It takes about 15 minutes to freeze and mix the ice cream base into this frozen dessert you have to taste to believe. This is the kind of eatery that thrives here in San Francisco, churning out innovation every day. But it's not every day you get to step up to a food truck and order this.
Use the brains.
Matt Cohn is the founder of this food truck meetup called off the grid.
So today is El Norteño, which is a classic old school taco truck.
Yep.
We have Le Truc with you guys in it.
Right.
We have a Liba falafel, which does Mediterranean falafels. Soul on Wheels, which is a Korean taco truck. Papa SF, which does Filipino food. And Cupcakes, which does amazing cupcakes.
These other guys have this down to a science, slinging it out at a couple of meetups every week.
Thank you.
As the newbies, we're running behind.
I wish I had food.
But no one's freaking out yet.
All right, I got one of everything.
This is every chef's worst nightmare, not having their ready in time. Can you find out how far away your PA is? Tell them to, like, get up and go. And Andrew, we have grease!
Yes!
Awesome. By the skin of my teeth.
4 sliders and 1 taco.
Oh, I got it. Can you hand me a little boat?
Behind with a knife. This is what we call a small work environment. I think I can.
Taco.
1 taco.
What do you need, 2? Coming down, fire in the hole.
How many more tacos do you need all day?
Newsflash from the order takers.
Slider?
Yeah.
Okay,
We're behind.
Did they just say pick up the pace? Let's get 8-9 pieces of the tongue on the griddle.
Tell me how many cones you need, 4?
6.
5? Cone up. Booyah.
My attitude is 1979. I'm 20 years old again, but my ass is 2011 and I'm 49. Tacos.
You know what? It's actually fun.
It's a blast. The best part about the whole deal, being with your friends.
And then, because it can never be crazy enough inside a hot, narrow, overcrowded, already behind on orders mobile kitchen, Food Network super chef Aaron Sanchez makes a surprise appearance.
How you doing, man? You all right?
Yeah.
You having fun?
We're having a blast.
Can I get 1 slider, 1 taco?
But intestine taco orders wait for no man.
Tacos. This is chopped. It still needs to caramelize a little bit.
Camille can handle things for a while. It's time I faced the public.
It was really good.
I'm a happy camper right now.
You are?
It's like butter.
Definitely the best kind of beef flavor you can get.
And what does Chef Sanchez think about our little adventure?
I love the fact that you took the slider to the next level.
Sure. It's an organ. Let's throw an organ on there and then some Nutella tomato sauce.
Meanwhile, back on the truck, Chris is maniacally manning all the stations.
Now we're playing with fire.
A couple of hours of working my ass off, and I'm hungry to sample the competition. Food carts make a lot of sense. They have a low overhead so they can charge less and still deliver killer quality on 1 or 2 signature dishes, like a hot tamale, loaded with homemade salsa and habanero chilies.
Doesn't that look nice and spicy? Are you kidding me? This is dynamite.
Is it? Right on, man.
Just because it's honest and authentic doesn't make it good. This is off the charts.
There you go, bro.
The food revolution on wheels fits the San Franciscan lifestyle, a city full of serious committed food lovers willing to try anything.
It's a great way to kind of get an entry into things like intestines.
I don't know if we would go to all the individual restaurants.
It's kind of like the equivalent of a tasting menu, but out of a bunch of trucks.
Being part of this event, spreading my personal passion for adventurous eating, has been a dream of mine.
So an event like this is fantastic because we get to share food with big groups of people that we may never otherwise get a chance to meet. We love feeding you. We love it.